Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. Today we have a micro review of our Micro Galaxy Squadron A-Wing. Let's take a look. Alright, so the A-Wing is the latest release from the Micro Galaxy Squadron Light Armor class, which means it retails for around $12 at most big box stores. And once you get this guy in hand, you will notice just how teeny tiny it is. I know we've got micro in the name of these guys, but it really can fit right there in the palm of your hand, so expect that up front. But as we look over our A-Wing, we've got some really great detail here, as well as a canopy that opens up to store one of our tiny little Micro Machine A-Wing pilots. I will call out that the paintwork on this vehicle looks like it could use a little bit more weathering, or just a little bit more to make it one less kind of plain color, but that's just a little gripe from me. Once we get out our A-Wing pilot here, there actually is a lot of great detail and paintwork on this guy. I definitely think the Micro Galaxy Squadron has improved over time in terms of their paint applications on their tiny figures like this, so really great to see. It does take a little bit of work to wedge him into that canopy, so make sure you're being gentle there, as it can be very easy to snap things if you are not being careful, as I certainly lost some Micro Machines back in the day to that. But those are the big callouts for this particular release, that open canopy. The guns here do not rotate on the side like they did on the old Action Fleet, and we have our small little piece of landing gear that you can pop out there with your fingernail to help display things, whether it's in your palm or on your shelf with your other ships. One call I did want to make with the A-Wing is when you compare it up to some of our other figures here, you'll notice the huge size discrepancy here. And at first I thought that might have been some sort of scaling issue here, as it almost feels like it is too small when you're comparing it, especially to the Y-Wing, but also to the X-Wing here as well. The A-Wing is getting dwarfed. Now, it was my initial thought that they may have taken perhaps a smaller version of the Resistance A-Wing in order to create just, one mold for all their A-Wings across the board and just use that for all of their different sculpts. But after looking through some different stats, it looks like the Resistance A-Wing is actually a little bit bigger than the one that we see in the original trilogy. And when you look at some of the different size metrics for our X-Wing and Y-Wing, things are actually sizing up quite accurately here. So maybe this is just something I need to correct in my own mind as an owner of the previous Action Fleet version, which was much bigger, but our A-Wing is teeny tiny, and that appears to be accurate. So let me know down in the comments below if this is a release you are anticipating. I do want to urge that I am seeing these more and more often in stores these days, so please don't go out there paying scalpers or looking at eBay, as I think if you give things just a few weeks more, you'll start to see more of these on shelves. So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in checking out some other Micro Galaxy reviews, please make sure to check out some of the other content on the channel.